Hi guys,
Hi.
Hi.
today we will discuss about Ayume Sulis questions on the last week, that is about what the difference between approach, design and procedure. Before we conclude what the difference between approach, design and procedure, we must know what the definition of them one by one first. So in here I will start to discuss about definition of approach. In my opinion, approach is a theory of language and of language learning. And how about you, Donna?
I think approach is a theory or assumption that a teacher must have before starting learning.
And how about you, Aulia? What is the definition of approach?
I think approach is an assumptions theory which has a very broad scope and cannot be implemented in the teaching and learning process.
Oh, so based on the three definitions that we provide, it can be concluded that if a theory that must be prepared by the teacher before carrying out the learning process, right?
Yes.
Yes,
And design. In my opinion, design is a definition of linguistic content, a specification for the selection and organization of content, and a description of the role of teacher, learner, and teaching materials. In your own word, what is the design, Aulia?
uh, the term design relates to the general and specific objectives of the method, namely the syllabus model, the type of teaching and learning activity, the learning role, the teacher role, and the teaching learning roles.
Donna, what the
Uh,
definition design?
okay. I think design is a process of formulating goals, strategies, techniques, and learning media.
Oh, so it can be concluded that design is the process of determining the objective, strategies, media, and methods to be used in the learning process.
Yes.
And now we discuss about procedure. In my opinion, procedure is concerned with techniques and practice in a method. How about you, Aulia? In
Uh,
your opinion, what is procedure?
in my opinion, procedure is a step of an activity that is carried out in stage and sequentially.
And Donna?
I think the procedure is a step that describes the sequence of teaching, starting from planning, implementation, activities to evaluation.
Oh, so it can be concluded that procedure is the implementation stage of the learning process, which is determined in sequences.
Yes.
So, based on the results of the discussion, the difference between approach, design, and procedure is if approach is a theory in the teaching and learning process carried out by the teacher before starting the lesson. And if design is the process of formulating goals, strategies, instructional media, and learning methods, like what we will implement in the teaching and learning process. And then, if procedures are techniques or stages used by teachers and students that are carried out sequentially, starting from planning the implementation of activities to evaluation. So that is the discussion from group 3. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.